Hey guys, welcome to a Solidworks quick tip. Today we will be going into some new surface tools. Mainly we will be looking at the Untrim tool, the Thicken tool used in a specific situation, the Delete Hole tool, and Delete Face tool. This model is something that I bought from the internet for it's one part of a bike model, and in certain situations you may get a model like this that you want to modify. So in this example we will be looking at removing this hole and trying to restore the model back to its previous uncut state. And notice that I mentioned that we were going to be filling in the cuts instead of, or we'll be removing the cuts instead of filling in the cuts. And the difference between filling in and removing is, one is you're adding geometry to the existing geometry, and removing is you're trying to almost reverse the timeline of this part to before it was cut out. And fortunately with SolidWorks, they have what's called a built-in parasolid kernel, which ensures that most faces in a model behave like a piece of cloth cut from a larger patch of fabric. There is magic inside SolidWorks that allows for each face to untrim itself up to the original patch from which it was cut. So this is what SolidWorks can precisely extrapolate from this untrimmed result. So for the rest, it will be precise until the boundaries of the original patch are reached. After that, it will guess the rest of the shape or simply stop in cases of singularities. So if I haven't bored you with that, keep watching and I'll go in and I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to go in and use our shaded with edges so we can make sure that we're deleting all of these fillets that we do not need anymore. So this is what's called the Delete Face tool. I'm just going through here, making sure I got all of those selected. Okay. And the fastest way of removing this hole is using the Delete and Patch tool. But sometimes this doesn't work. Like this one. So, and we don't want to use the delete and fill because in certain situations, it may not be tangent. This hole might not be tangent to the surrounding faces. And it's creating some assumptions when you do it that way. And that's not a true removing of the cut. That's more of a filling of the cut. So let's just delete it for now. Okay. And I'm going to go show you the easiest method first. But this one also doesn't work all the time. And let's see if it does here. For this, all you need to do is select any edge of the hole and hit the delete key on your keyboard. A lot of people don't know this exists because it's not a tool that you can just find in the toolbar. But it's very, very handy and it's really quick. So we will be using the delete hole or holes option and hit OK. You'll see that it's filled this hole perfectly. It's recreated this surface like the hole was never there. But now we need to tackle the bottom hole. And in this, for this function, we're going to be using the Untrim Surface. Now, there are a couple settings here that you may want to play with depending on the type of hole you're filling in. But for this example, we only need to click on one edge. You may need to click on all of the edges. And make sure that you have Merge to Original selected. And we're going to be doing extend edges. So it's kind of like it knows that there's another half of this hole on the other side, basically, that we didn't select, and it's assuming that we were going to be selecting it. But if we didn't, if we only wanted to fill half the hole, we could just do connect endpoints. And we do not need to mess with this dimension here, or this percentage. Just click OK. And it's thinking, and voila. Now we're almost done, but this is still a surface body, and we need to make it a solid body. So in order to make this a solid, you can't just do a knit because there's only one surface. Knit only works with multiple surfaces. So we need to use what's in the thicken tool. There is a special option that shows up when you have all of your surface faces are connected. You can choose the create solid from enclosed volume box and then hit OK. And here you go. See, now we don't have any more surface bodies. This is and it's back to its original state. Now we could create our own hole here, and without messing with the original surface that would have been there if the hole wasn't cut. All right, that's it for this quick tip, and I'll see you on the next one.